we are back. We're talking about math today. This is one that I did last year that I was thoroughly impressed with. I used it on my son in kindergarten. I'm not kindergarten, sorry, second grade. I have used other curriculums. I compared it to other curriculums because I wasn't sure, like, is this enough? And from my opinion, comparing it to teaching textbooks, comparing it to Matthew C., comparing it to Singapore, after really doing my research, I feel like this is enough. And comparing it to teaching textbooks, they go hand in hand. The only difference is that I get to be connected with my child and I get to sit alongside him and do it with him. I was concerned that this was not going to be enough because he's very kinesthetic, very hands-on, but this one book is for all kinds of learners. It does come with manipulatives. It is very, very affordable. It costs $42.99 regularly on their website. As of today, there is a sale going on and it shows $31.81. Do not know how long that's going to last, so it may not be on sale, and the price could be completely different when you go in there. But their books on masterbooks are always affordable. They are made for every family. Any learner could use this. A learner that just likes worksheets, a learner that needs to listen because it is story-based. It is very Charlotte Mason flavored, a kinesthetic learner, and yeah, so this could be used. So it has manipulatives in here, and then any other manipulatives, they will give you suggestions to use around your house. So I'm going to show you the book real quick and let you guys take it from there. So it does come, there's no teaching manual with it. It does have a teaching companion that you can get online if you need one. I did not use that last year, and if I need it next year, then I'll buy it because it's also reasonable. It gives you a link online that you can go on and get your answers off, and I personally liked having the link, not having the answers in the book. I don't know if they're going to have them in the other age groups, but I like having the link online because I could have my book open, answer my questions, and have it on my computer screen for the answers. So let me show you the book. This is the book. This is the back. Has teacher aid link inside, teaching. Like, it tells you how to grade, why they use copywork, how to use everyday items as manipulatives, about the manipulatives that they suggest to have around your house, Right Brain flashcards. Like, you can buy flashcards on the website really cheap, but they use Right Brain, which are these little flashcards, and they have directions on how to make them, and it is just to help the child really obtain it. They have a grade-in section where you can keep some of your grades if your state requires that you do. And the worksheets are really open and go. Like, they're short and simple, but once it touches it, like, it doesn't just drop it and not come back to it. It leaves it alone for a little while, but then it randomly will pick it up throughout the curriculum to make sure that they're mastering it while they're also learning new activities. So this is what the beginning of a lesson looks like. It has a story. They are following Charlotte and Charlie, who also in this book have obtained a new little baby in their family. They always start with a story. And the kids are following the same family from kindergarten to 6th grade. And then they get to do some little math problems, and it's a short lesson. See, this is one lesson and this is 2. But it's just enough to make sure that they have learned what they were taught and then move on. And then the reviews happen so often throughout that you are making sure that they have obtained what you have moved on away from. Here's some perimeter we learned. My son he was very successful in his test this year. It starts out really slow, and then it gradually goes in so that your child is not stressed at any moment. But, of course, if your child is ready to move on, you can always pick up your speed. So these are some flashcards for your child to make, and this is an example of, like, them showing you how to do carryover. Here is another story. I love, love, love. It is Christian based. If you are not a Christian based home, this is probably not the curriculum for you. We thoroughly enjoyed it. We learned graphs, line graphs, bar graphs. And it starts out, very, very, very slow pace. And then it gets, quicker and quicker and quicker. And it's a lot more in depth toward the end of the book. Okay? So, at the end of your book, for those kinesthetic learners, you have a manipulative section, and these are all the things that come with it. And then you have these little 100 beans. Those are part of the manipulatives that I never took out because I had some 100 cubes from kindergarten, and I had a little clock that I used as well. But they do have your child make a clock, and these are some houses that were in there that are not supposed to be pinned, but we pinned them at the end of our year. So you have your 1's house, your 10's house, your 100's house, and your 1000's house. And I colored mine. You don't have to. But they leave a little rule on each house. Like this one is, remember, only 9 groups of 1 may live here. And then this one is like only 9 groups of 10 can live here. So they recommend to use beans. And then they give you those little beans that I showed you that are already grouped in 100 when you get there, because that's kind of tedious to count out 100 beans. And they do that for the 1000's as well. And then they give you these cool little charts that they ask that you laminate to reuse. So they do, thank you, baby. So they do suggest that you have little fine tipped dry erase markers. So they will write their numbers on here when they use their houses. And then they have this little 100s chart that they use and that they write on the back. No, ma'am, that does not go in your mouth. Okay, this is some addition fact sheets so they can get faster at remembering those facts. And they love writing with those dry erase markers. Larger facts with the houses. My addition mat's horizontal and vertical, so they get the concept that it's exactly the same answer no matter what. Larger addition facts. Double families. Okay, and there's more manipulatives that we have used. These are just the ones I'm going to show you today. There is a placement test online as well that your child can take, because just because they're in first grade does not mean that they belong in a first grade curriculum. There is, I'm trying to think what else I was going to say. Okay, this is by New Leaf Publishing. It is on the Masterbooks website as well, and it is Math Lessons for a Living Education. This is very Charlotte Mason flavored. They have short stories in here. There's copy work, there's oral narration to make sure that your child is obtaining the information. There's hands-on experiences and concepts of real life application to explore the world around them. So your child is learning skills that they can use in their everyday life. So when they're doing measurements, for example, they will get like recipes to try in their kitchen. So they are following Charlotte and Charlie, which is this set of twins, and they start following them from kindergarten to 6th grade. So my son started in 1st grade is when he started to follow them, but my daughter starts in kindergarten this year. And they Charlotte and Charlie have some friends that are in an orphanage in Peru. So while we're learning math, wait one moment, okay? While we're learning math, my son also learned, he asked me, what is an orphanage, Mom? So while we're learning math, we also got to, wander over there and learn about what an orphanage was. And then we got to talk a little bit about Peru. So they're learning way more than just math in this curriculum. We get to learn about caring about other people and nationalities in this curriculum. We get to learn about seasons and about Christianity, because this does have God in it. This is a Christian curriculum. If Christianity is not what you want, then this is probably not for you. the kids in the orphanage would write letters back and forth with Charlie and Charlotte, and Charlie and Charlotte would visit their grandparents and write letters to us, and to review and your quizzes, you write letters as well. So the kids in the orphanage, like when it came time to measurements, they sent over some recipes to Charlotte and Charlie, and we got a copy of those recipes in our book, and you get to go in your kitchen and make sure that your kids have really mastered what you've already taught them of measuring with those recipes, and you get to make this Mr. Milk Gallon guy in your kitchen that looks like this, which we still have hanging in our kitchen. Okay, and you can use him when you're doing your recipes. And then let's say your recipe calls for a cup of something, you can go in there and say, which one of these is a cup? And then you could say, well, how many cups were in how many cups were in a gallon, or how many cups are in a quart, and how many quarts are in a gallon. You can quiz your kids on those, and we like to do that regularly because it's sitting in our kitchen. So this
and then you guys can come over to our house and see.
Yep, so this is a math that really does mastery. Even though the lessons look small, they obtain so much information, and the kids absorb so much love and godly skills through the stories, and so much more than just math through the stories, and they actually get to take this math into their real life. It's not just math that they're going to continue to ask you, like, when am I going to use this? Because they're actually being told to use this in their everyday life with little activities throughout. So we really enjoy this. This is something we're going to use probably all the way through 6th grade unless something comes up and makes us feel otherwise. And then we will decide upon what to switch to at 6th grade. But upon our research, we have found, through our research, we have found that this curriculum is putting our children where they need to be, if not further, because when they're taking their tests, they're advanced, and comparing it to other curriculums, the stuff that they are learning is exactly what they're supposed to be learning this year. So, this is what we're using next year. Again, it is Masterbooks, Math Lessons for a Living Education, and it is by New Leaf Publishing Group. And we just finished level 2, and we are starting kindergarten with her next year, and level 3 for my son. So we do hope you guys, Braylon, Mommy's trying to talk. So we do hope that you guys have a great day today, and we will check back in with let's see what else I have to show off. I don't know if I have any more curriculum to show you guys, but if I do, I will show you. I know I'm going to be ordering all my stuff for next year soon. And
I think we do.
You do? Okay, so next year we're going to be doing, I believe, all about reading for pre-reading and for level 1 to get my son to start back over and kind of hope that helps encourage him. And we are probably going to be doing Brave Writer for both of the kids on the same level. And I don't know what we're doing for history yet. I know that we're doing Math Lessons for a Living Education, and yep, we're not going to show those. We already did that the other day. So I know we're doing All About Reading, Brave Writer, Math Lessons for a Living Education, and I believe we're doing Alpha Omega for science for Carson, and then letting Raylan jump in here and there for that. And then I know we're going to do a morning basket and get some of those books from Masterbooks as well. Some of the biblical books for the doctrine side of it. And then, so yeah, so maybe once we get all of that ordered, we can hop on and show those to you guys too as they arrive. With them being new and not all of our used stuff, and kind of show you what our expectations are and if we're impressed on what we're receiving in the mail. And then, let me think. As the school year starts, we plan to let you guys jump in on our school days and go from there. So if there's anything specific you want us to talk about, then please let us know. Give us some ideas.
And give us a huge thumbs up. Give us a subscribe button.
There you go. Give us a huge thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Hop over to our Facebook page where I post more regularly there.
And give us a hit thumbs up. Bye.
Bye. See you later.